Good evening guys, it's SJ. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name's SJ. I post a new baby name list here on YouTube every single Monday. I think it's been a year now. I actually do. I'm going to link my full playlist in the description box below, and I do different themes every week. Try to mix it up, so if you are a baby name enthusiast or naming a baby, this is the channel to be at, so don't forget to hit subscribe. Tonight's video is going to be super duper girly girl names. I love every name I have put on this list. Most of them are very rare and unranked because I always try to find new ones, because I'm imagining, like me, you read a lot of baby name lists, especially if you're having a daughter or you don't know what you're having. I have two boys and then a girl, and my girl has a very girly name, I think. Her name is Evelina Blossom. So it's very, very long and pretty, and I always am attracted to girly girl names. So I've got some here for you. Thanks very much everyone who joined in on my community tab. If you want to contribute to the videos, I'm going to try to always pop up what theme it's going to be, and you can pop suggestions, and some of them are already in here. Let me know if you don't mind me shouting out your names. I haven't done it this time, so I wasn't sure if people want to be named, not Unshamed, and it is on YouTube. So let's get on with the beautiful girly girl names. Okay, so they're almost kind of in pairs. I've kind of grouped them. So the first pair is a couple of things beginning with B, because it is a very, very beautiful sound for girls. We love things like Beatrice, don't we? I just think they have gorgeous sounds. So my first choice is a name I've personally loved for so long, and that is the name Bronwyn. It is a Welsh name, and I just think it's stunning. I'm sure I first heard this either on like Neighbours or Home and Away. It's got a strange meaning. It means fair breast. So it's not the most beautiful name meaning, but to me it's gorgeous. Apparently it's quite a male sounding name if you're Welsh. Let me know if that is true, because apparently Wyn is more of a masculine sound. To me, Bronwyn is romantic. It is sort of princessy and just very outdoorsy, kind of earthy princess sound to it. I just adore it. A name that's quite similar to that is the name Bonnie. Bonnie could be a nice nickname for a Bronwyn, so I kind of thought of little nicknames. Bonnie means pretty, so it's absolutely perfect for this list. It is so beyond girly. It's a Disney name. There is a Bonnie in Disney movies, and it is one of the fastest rising names of this year. So we've just had the new baby name list here in the UK, which I will do a video about. This has got up 19 places and it's in the top 100 for the first time here in the UK, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Next up are girl names ending in A. Obviously I have an Evelina, and lots of you said in the community tab that you thought A sounding names are so beautiful. And if you think about Olivia as our #1 name, Amelia right up there as well, #2. We obviously like those types of sounds, but if we're looking for something more rare and potentially even more beautiful, a couple that I love are Eliana. This was recommended by one of you and I loved it. I had to look up how to pronounce it, because I would naturally maybe say Eliana, but it's Eliana. And it's very, very pretty. It's quite popular, but I've never met an Eliana, have you? It is already at number 254, and it means daughter of the sun, which is absolutely beautiful, isn't it? I mean S-U-N, not S-O-N. Another name that I loved from your recommendations was Amelina. I absolutely love that. Obviously I have an Evelina, but Evie and Ava and those V sounds are so popular, and I actually think Amma as a nickname is going to be really fashionable soon. It's beautiful, and Amelina is a Germanic name, a German name. Lots of you asking for German names, and I just think it's very, very unique while being absolutely beautiful, and it's totally unranked here in the UK, so get in there quick with Amelina and you have so many compliments. This pairing are two names I am in love with. I might have actually used these for a baby, and maybe will if I had another one. First up is the name Romilly. I heard this after I named Evelina, and I love it because I love the L sound, but the Rom is just so unique and such a beautiful sound to me. It's actually a Hebrew name. It's very unusual. It's only at number 916 in terms of usage here in the UK, and it means God's beloved one, which is absolutely stunning as well as a gorgeous name meaning. But looking up at this name, I actually saw on the website Nameberry, which is a great site I do a lot of research on, that something like 83% of people had voted they actually preferred the name Rosalie to the name Romilly. And I thought that was interesting because Rosalie is a gorgeous name. My friend Sarah has a vlog here on YouTube, but she has Rosalie and Maeve. I'll link her channel below because it's a gorgeous one, and Rosalie is gorgeous. It's a French variation of Rosie, which lots of you said you thought was one of the most girliest names, and Rosalie is just so romantic, isn't it? It's so stunning. I only know that one Rosalie, and that's my friend. It's a number 352, so it's not right out there. So if you like Rose, Rosie, Rosa, all of those, Rosalie is another great option. A gorgeous pairing is the beautiful name Posy. Posy is a floral name. I'm sure I featured this on my unique floral baby names, but it was like over a year ago, so I'll forgive myself. And I absolutely love it. It is quite dividing, so let me know in the comments below what you think of Posy. I think it's one that mums love and dads are like, nope. And it means like a bouquet of flowers. So I think it's gorgeous. So if your husband or you think it's maybe a bit too young and maybe a bit too girly, you could have it as a nickname for a beautiful name, Mariposa. I love the name Mariposa so much. It is so unique, isn't it? It's just such an unusual sound, but it's not one of those that's really weird or hard to say or hard to pronounce, because it's very phonetic in the way it's spelled. Apparently it is Spanish for butterfly, which again is so super girly. Wouldn't you just love to have her wearing like lots of butterfly themed things? I just think it's a gorgeous one with the nickname Posy. I would have serious baby name envy. And Mariposa is totally unranked here in the UK, so again you'd have a super unique name as well. A couple of Shakespearean baby names. I think Shakespeare has those beautiful romantic names down to a T. Ophelia is one of our most popular rising baby names here in the UK. So if you're looking for something more unusual, you could go Cordelia. Cordelia is gorgeous. Delia, I love the sound. I think D is a very unusual sound within a name, a girl's name, and it makes it very modern as well as beautiful. Cordelia means daughter of the sea. She was in King Lear. She was his only faithful daughter, and it's just one of those stunning names that I really predict is going to rise up as much as Ophelia has. At the moment it's only at number 897 in terms of rankings, so get in there fast with Cordelia. Another one you could go for, a classic, Juliet. My husband and I actually talked about the name Juliet when we were pregnant, I think with our first baby. We both loved it. It's just gorgeous, and I like Jules as a nickname as well. It's at number 509, so it's not super duper popular anymore, and I love the double T-E ending. She could be Etta or something gorgeous like that as a nickname, and I think you'd never regret choosing the name Juliet. It would never go out of fashion. Very, very stylish, stunning, and how lovely to be named after a beautiful Shakespearean character. Another super unique name that you guys seem to love, because it's been recommended to me a few times on the channel, is the name Lavender. Lavender is a Harry Potter name. It is most well known in Harry Potter, I think. It hasn't come right out there in mainstream yet, but you guys are loving it, so it must be one that's going to be on the rise. Do you guys love the name Lavender? I think that we're moving into these more botanical, herb type of names to get a bit more unusual than the very popular flower names that have been around for so long. So lavender is still only at number 5,785, so not very popular but in terms of usage, but people want it. People are requesting lavender out there in their playground, so make sure you make their dreams come true for them. Next to that you could have something like Bluebell. Bluebell I think used to sound a bit strange. Remember when Jerry Halliwell chose it and I was like, oh, but now it's so on trend. Blue as a gorgeous girl name, with Blue Ivy obviously making that trend. Belle, a beautiful sounding name, obviously means pretty, and Bluebell together I think is absolutely gorgeous, and I wouldn't bat an eye now, but maybe I'm just obsessed with baby names. I can imagine my daughter being a Bluebell actually, and that's at number 916. How about a couple of names that are famous ballerinas? I've started calling Evelina Ballerina as a little nickname because I'm desperate for her to start ballet lessons now. She's like 21 months. But a couple of gorgeous names. Odette. Odette is actually the princess in Swan Lake. So it's a beautiful ballerina-esque name, and it's very unusual, beautiful alternative to something like Olivia if you love that. Okay, so the next ballerina name could be Clara. Clara is such a vintage, beautiful name. It's very Downton Abbey-esque to me, but it's actually also the dancer in The Nutcracker. The Nutcracker is coming out as a brand new big Disney blockbuster movie. Stars are in it, Keira Knightley and people. So I do see the name Clara being a really popular one coming up soon. At the moment it's only gone up one place this year, but it is in the top 100. It's at number 86 at the moment. But yeah, it might boom, but it is gorgeous. Last up is my daughter's middle name, Blossom, which I think is absolutely beautiful, of course, and I've heard it quite a lot now as middle spots. Would you ever choose it as a first name? It's really quite popular in Sweden as well, in Scandinavia, which I didn't realise when I named my daughter Blossom. My husband's Swedish, which is why that's relevant if you're new around here. But I wanted to tell you also the Swedish name for Blossom, which is the name Floris. So florist means to blossom or to bloom. It is the Scandinavian version of, say, Florence, which means the same. So if you love the name Florence, which is becoming really popular, you want something a little more unique. Florist, to me, is beautiful. It does sound like we're saying florist without the T, but I think that once you get it, it would be beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's a bit like Doris. It to me just sounds very unique and very, very girly. Last up, a couple of wild cards. I love checking these in, and some of you always love my wild cards. You're a bit daring baby namers here, which is good. A name I've got a huge love for, a couple of kind of names that are very fairy tale-esque. One is the name Fable. Fable to me is beautiful. I don't know if you guys are like, oh, that's not nice at all. It sounds a lot like Mabel, but I've always loved Fable. I just think it is beautiful. It's totally unranked. I think I've just read about it on a few baby name forums and things like that, and it's very princessy. You can imagine a medieval kind of princess called Fable. Would you use it? I have seen the name Story coming up being used, and I think these two names link so nicely together, of course. Story has been used a few times. It's ranked at number 4097. So there were a couple of girls called Story last year. So yes, it is a gorgeous one as well. And I think we're getting more adventurous with our girl names, and I think why not? Story is quite unisex as well. It could also be a boy's name, but I think as a middle spot, gorgeous. I think if you're brave enough for a first spot, it would just be stunning. So those are my top picks of rare girly girl names. If you like this, do let me know and I can do another list, because I've got tons on my long list. Thanks so much again for joining in the community tab. Make sure that you're there every single week and help me a lot. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you are new. This is the place for baby names every single Monday. I also upload Wednesday and Friday parenting videos of me and my life as a mum with my own little 3 kids, and I love making those videos as well. I would love it if you watched. Have a lovely evening, guys. Happy Baby Name Monday. Bye.